Fox 24 is your local election headquarters, and we may just have celebrated Independence Day, but it's crunch time for folks trying to change state law this November. Good evening. I'm Rebecca Jeffrey. Thanks for joining us tonight. With the private option in place, the state legislature approved an amendment banning government assistance for Arkansans hoping to sign up for health insurance. And the court has decided that actually searching through someone's smartphone is more of an invasion of privacy than searching through someone's house. It's a great week if it were May. So with every purchase, between 10.5% and 12.5% of the sale goes to the state. Well, today's temperatures have been some of the hottest all year, but that heat wasn't holding one veteran back from his march across America. Speaking of growth, construction workers will break ground tomorrow on the new Bentonville West High School. We're here at Rogers High School getting ready for the city's big event. Meanwhile, anti-immigration rallies continue across the natural state. It's a song that can be inspiring when sung well, but when it's sung poorly, not so much.
Question for you.
Okay.
Are we at and below average or at and above average?
Oh, below.
Are you sure? We're heating up. I'm just kidding. You're right.
Any unwelcomed guest for that matter, but especially nothing like this one. So I don't have any quiz questions.
Oh.
Because I have a question for you.
What's that?
What is the highest temperature ever recorded in Antarctica?
Oh, goodness.
I told you I came prepared today. That's right, Lane and JR. Go ahead and take a look over my shoulder. It's still a very active scene here. We've actually found out there are 3 businesses that are now, they're actually battling the third business, which is Sensibly Chic, which is a boutique that was in this strip mall. Now, where we are is the 1400 block of Bella Vista Way. We are right off of Highway 71, about a block from exit 98. That's northbound. We have Avoca and Centerton, Bella Vista, Bentonville, Pea Ridge, the county, Gravette, and Little Flock all responding to this fire. The Bella Vista fire chief tells me that fortunately no one has been reported injured. However, it's still a very active scene. They don't know how this started, but it actually originally came in as a burglar alarm. And when police responded, this is the scene. Obviously, this is not the scene that they found, but they did see a small fire. It has since grown. Now, when that call came in, it was several hours ago, and actually I've been here since about 3:30 this morning, and guys, it has moved from the north side of the building all the way to the south, and they have just had a continuous flow of these fire trucks coming in, bringing in water, but it's still a very active scene, and very few details are available, but we'll be sure to keep you updated as they do come available throughout the morning. Arkansas veterans ready to board the final honor flight to Washington, D.C., a trip they've waited for their entire lives.
I just thought that since they didn't build the monument until 2005, it was something that these guys needed to see.
But before even making it out of the airport, the vets and their guardians met with a one-of-a-kind greeting.
Just the people themselves, how glad they were to see us. It just made my heart go flop, flop, flop.
A feeling that didn't stop for Jack Williams as he wandered around the World War II memorial.
Memorials bring a lot of memories. Some of them good, some of them not so good.
I tell you, old memories with all my buddies again and everything.
Each star on this plaque represents 100 soldiers killed in World War II. The total, more than 400,000.
I went all the way through. I was lucky. Some of my buddies didn't make it.
At 94 years old, Williams will never forget December 7th, 1941, standing on a pier in Pearl Harbor, waiting to go to church.
I hear this airplane coming from behind me, and pretty soon I see this big red ball go by my eyes. And he dropped the torpedo, and I saw it hit the Arizona. I never got to church. Rescued several sailors from the Arizona as it was going down. They were jumping off the ship, but all of them couldn't make it. There were 2,400 went down with it.
A powerful memory, one of thousands that brought these men and women to this site, also paying respects at the Vietnam, Korean, and Air Force memorials. Flying back, it was time for mail call, receiving letters from family members and local students. And just when they thought it was time for taps, thousands of Northwest Arkansans came together, creating this reception the veterans earned, yet never received, nor expected.
I'm really proud that I served my country the way I did.
I know my son and I feel exceptionally honored being last trip on the honor flight. I couldn't ask for anything better. It was wonderful.
I'm Rebecca Jeffrey for KNWA Northwest Arkansas News.
Live from the Dixon in HD. This is the Fox News Edge at 9.
3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running.
Today marks the 45th anniversary of the first lunar landing. It was during a decade with many defining points in American history. But no one will forget astronaut Neil Armstrong's famous words as he stepped onto the moon.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Thanks so much for joining us on your Sunday night. I'm Rebecca Jeffrey. Well, we'll get to those stories in just a moment, but first a developing story out of Bentonville. Police are investigating a body found in a home on the 3300 block of Elm Manor Avenue. Police, the narcotics unit, and coroner are on scene and investigating at this time. We'll be sure to bring you the latest information as it becomes available. And switching gears now, on this gorgeous weekend, many folks taken to the outdoors. But for one local group, it wasn't just about fun, but bringing safety to the surface of a serious issue. They're training for swiftwater rescues at the Whitewater Recreation Park in Siloam Springs. Fox 24's Joseph Holloway reports. The city of Siloam Springs creating a safety task force to improve the quality and safety of the Whitewater Recreation Park. According to Siloam Springs spokesperson Holland Hayden, this group was in the plans before the park opened earlier this summer. Organizations like the Illinois River Watershed and Arkansas Canoe Club will be a part of the program. Hayden says they first needed to open the park to assess what changes were needed. They plan to meet in the next few weeks, and one person has already drowned in the area since the park opened. Let's get you ready for the morning commute. A couple closures for you to know for tomorrow, one happening in Springdale. Cambridge Street between Arapahoe Avenue and Oxford Place will be closed. Traffic will be diverted onto Johnson Road, so expect delays. Crews will be laying utility lines in the area. The closure will remain in place until July 30th. And in Fayetteville, a portion of West Maple Street will be closed as crews work to repair a sewer main. Both lanes of the street from Leverett to Garland will be shut down weekdays from 6:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Work should last until about July 29th, and traffic will be detoured around the work area. Now, despite all these orange cones we've seen around Northwest Arkansas, the state has received less money from Federal Highway Trust Fund. This could translate to losing about 900 jobs just this year. Now, Congress is rushing to keep the fund fueled up before it runs out in August. Fox 24's Maria Catanzarite has more from Washington. Now, Gina, my best guess is that we're finally going to heat up again?
You are a wise one, my friend. However, this morning, last night we talked about being in the upper 50s, low 60s. Did we break or tie a record?
Not this again. Tie.
Tied for a low minimum, low maximum?
Yes, that one.
The low minimum.
Yes.
Because obviously it was a nice day today, so it wasn't the coolest day on record. It is going to be a warm one. So we're warming up, Rebecca, 80s, 90s, and by 80s, I mean upper 80s. So you're right on the money there.
Finally.
Yes,
Really.
exactly. It's summer after all,
Right.
so we need to be warming up.
Great. Thanks so much, Gina. Well, we'll count down the top stories of the day. Next in the Pulse, including this. It's the 45th anniversary since the first lunar landing, and what better way to celebrate how far America has come than by taking a selfie. I'll have that story next.